Exciting? In this video we are trying to revive a 2CV-based Falcon kit car here at UK Barnfinds. Not my 2CV, that is my borrowed 2CV. We are close to the stage where we're hoping it'll run, so here's how we got to this point. Right then, it is time for the unveiling. We need to move the Mercedes, and then the car of the day is lurking within the shed behind. Well, unlocked, that's a good start. First will it start of the day. Almost. Oh, likes mornings as much as me. Oh dear, that's not quite all cylinders, is it? Oh, that sounds like all of them. Go, go, go. Oh. By the way, fancy a Mark 1 Escort project? Oh no! Genuine Sport may need some welding, but does come with its own internal garden. That is crispy. Oh, and that's a Dakar. It's a kit car based on Range Rover or Land Rover running gear. Challenge Annika had one back in the day. And this is another SLK, but is looking a little worse for wear. All sorts of magic hiding around here at UK Barnfinds. So in we go for the first look. Well, actually, no, I have seen this because you bought it to Rustival.
Yeah, that's true. And then we brought it straight back here.
Yeah.
Here.
Not that I've had much time at Rustival to look at it. Here we go. The fearsome sports car lurking underneath the cover, along with several motorbikes and scooters. Oh, oh. Oh, that's a wonky headlamp, oh dear. We got it.
Fighting with.
Yeah, here she is. The Falcon Sports. So the Falcon Sports is a four-wheeled version, but they did also do a three-wheeler, one of which is currently on eBay. Obviously somewhat inspired by the Lotus 7, I'd say. But this is the Steed, and we're going to try and awaken it. The tax disc, not encouraging. That would suggest it's been off the road for a very long time. But let's drag it out and we can have a better look. So the front end should lift off entirely to give us some engine access. You can see the standard 2CV suspension and drive shafts, and then we can see if we can get this old girl to run. That is why I've driven over 200 miles to the other side of the country. Yeah, fingers crossed, folks. Look at that badge. Remove the handbrake.
Don't think we chopped. Oh, we chopped it in the back, haven't we?
We are.
Oh yeah, because I noticed a load of brake fluid down there, but I think that's from the last car that was in it.
Oh, will she roll? Come on. Give the suspension a test. That seems to work nicely. There we are.
Where do you want her?
Well, should we just have a quick look around while she's in the daylight and take it in? So there she is. We've got to get over that grass. That could be a challenge, but I think she's up to it. So it's got the air-cooled flat twin engine. We're a bit unsure what age the chassis is because it was described when it was auctioned as on a 1985 chassis, but it has drum brakes. So I suspect it may have been built in 1985, but yeah, further hints it may actually be a Diane chassis rather than a 2CV. But it's all a bit of a mess. The gaffer tape has failed. We got a tonneau, So the tonneau will sit over here, but I don't think there's a hood. We've got the frame for a hood. I don't think we've actually got a hood. That looks like more tonneau in there. So yeah, it's got a floor mounted gear change, so that's going to be fun to try and suss out. And a little speedometer there, 36,000 miles on it. Don't know if that relates to this car or not. Mountainy steering wheel is quite nice. We've got switchgear from the British Leyland stable by the look of it. Yeah, this should be quite interesting. So what we're going to do, we're going to push it round to the workshop, and then we'll get the bonnet off and have a good poke around and see if we can work out what we're going to have to do to make this little car live again. I have never driven one of these, so hopefully before the day's out I will get a chance to drive one.
Oh my word.
We've got important things to do, like check, do the wipers work? We just don't know. Steering's nice and light though. So despite the fact that it's got aluminium on the outside, I think it's actually plywood under the metal for reasons of lightness. I look forward to finding out more as we go. Look at her go! Very sporty.
It's very quiet.
Yeah. Hybrid power, you see.
There we go. Got it.
So yes, further motoring miscellany here. The Volvo coming up for auction soon, did you say?
Yeah, we've got to get rid of that one.
And then there's the actual 2CV. So
I'll go and clear His Majesty's space.
Yes.
thank you very much, sir. So yeah, there we go. There's the Falcon with the vehicle. It kind of is under the skin. So you can see you've got the horizontal shock absorbers. You've got the horizontal spring cans underneath. Massive suspension travel, but no intrusion upwards, which allows you to have a nice low sports car. It's sitting much closer to the ground than the 2CV, but yeah, this should be fun. So it is still on an original Citroen chassis with these ears that go under the drive shaft. I'm trying to work out if we can see whether this is a reinforced chassis, because if it's a reinforced chassis that would confirm it's a Diane. It's quite a crispy chassis by the look of it. It may be in need of replacement, but that's not a problem. Galvanised chassis for 2CVs are easily acquired, and I don't believe there's any modification to it substantially to turn it into a Falcon. I actually managed to get in it. I'm not sure I'll ever get out again. It is a bit of a squeeze. You kind of have to thread your legs underneath. But yeah, I am actually in. But one issue is the wiring is chaos. I don't know if we've got an ignition switch. Could that be it? No. I suspect that's windscreen washer. All the joy of random switchgear. What does it do? We just don't know. So the red line is actually only slightly too high. 2CV produces maximum power at 5,750 RPM, but we'll happily rev quite a bit more. We've even got oil temperature over here. The mirror, I'm going to say, is a little past best, but look at this. The original post office tax disc holder. That is a delight. We can see the wiper mechanism down here as well. Yeah, it's not looking like standard 2CV spindle setup, I don't think, or is it? It does say made in France, so maybe it is. We've got glove box. Oh my days. No ciggies left, I'm afraid. We've got a rear view mirror. That's worth having straight away, isn't it? Brilliant. And we've got the book of the Bond mini car. What is that doing in here? Wow. Oh my gosh, detailed maintenance on your Bond mini car. Wow. I think these little covers are actually meant to be covering the wipers at a guess, but maybe they're for something else. Wow. That seems a little smoky. Doesn't everyone dream of having a forklift truck? Just clearing some space in the workshop, but look at this little beauty. Little Oslin A30. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, some very interesting vehicles in here also. Whatever your persuasion. There's even a leg row free.
Show my bum crack to your audience. Haven't you done that enough a number of times, haven't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta flash your bum crack to the world.
Yeah, a bit too much. Right.
Here we go.
Put some lock on. Well, let's push up front. I don't think I'll ever not find the 2CV suspension interesting.
Oh, it's intriguing stuff. So before we go diving into this car, I thought we'd ask Elton for a little more history, because you knew about this car before you bought it.
I knew of it from photos and the fact it was for sale. Mm-hmm. I knew a rough idea of how much the person wanted for it, and it was a little bit too much for us, especially as an unknown. We knew it had been off the road for many, many years. And then by pure chance, we were at an auction in Colchester, and you've probably done this before. You're like, I recognise that car from somewhere, and you get your phone out and you're flicking through.
Go through the
and lo and behold, it was that car.
Wow.
And I was there with Claire and Joshua, our little son, and he said, oh, I really like that buggy, as he calls it. And I said, well, we'll have a little bid on it, see if we can get it cheap enough. And sometimes I think it's a bit of a curse. You do get them a nice low bid, but lo and behold, we ended up with it. And
brilliant.
We brought it up to see you guys at Rustival, didn't we?
Yeah, and that's where we saw it for the first time. Because you actually said, what should we bring? And I was just like, bring this, please.
Yeah.
It was, and I kind of hoped we could have a nice look around it there, but...
It was the perfect audience, though, Ian. I'll tell you now, loads of people looked at this. Because Claire will admit she wasn't familiar with these. I'm not familiar with them, but I know of kit cars, and I like the idea that people used to build kit cars a lot more.
Yeah, body's rusted away. Yeah. Let's turn it into a sports car.
But I said, oh, let's take the Falcon, because that'll be something, there won't be another one there.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, from the second we got there, your friend with the mobile...
Oh, stage bus, Tev. Yeah.
He was on us with his second.
He used to be the Modcom registrar for the 2CV club, so
he was there.
Very much up his street.
You did tell me he'd be all over. But then all day long, loads of people. Some people recognise them, some people don't. But everyone was interested. It was such the perfect place to take it, which is why it's nice that afterwards spoke to you and you was like, oh, if you're ever going to do anything with that, let me know. And
here I am.
And here you are. So this is the first time I've seen it since Rustival.
Maybe we should try and get this bonnet off. I'm not entirely sure how it comes off. Those would seem to be involved, you'd have thought.
Yeah, it had screws in there when I got it.
Oh, blimey.
And when we put it on the truck to take to Rustival, I said they're not really going to cut it. And then I believe it's just hinged forward, isn't it? So it'll probably...
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I'm trying to remember. There you go. Look at that proper exotic car.
Yeah, and that's just like a standard 2CV bonnet. And it feels like it's going to fall off.
With a bit of
baler twine attached to the exhaust. Right, we'll bring you a look for the engine. So here we go. The power plant we're hoping is going to be able to fire up into life today. It has actually got the full heat exchangers, the Lomax kits. Peter Bird, who developed the Falcon, also worked on the Lomax kits, which are also on 2CV running gear, mostly freewheeled, some four-wheel, some of them with GS engines just for extra hilarity. But the Lomax doesn't have a heater. This actually does, albeit the cardboard pipes have seen better days. We'll just rest that one up there, I think. We've got the coil moved. It'll normally be on the headlamp bar. Coil has been moved here next to the starter motor. And we've got a carburettor there. I'm trying to work out what it is. It looks like it's probably a twin choke one. Yeah, so it's a twin choke carburettor off a later 2CV, but we've got drum brakes, which had stopped being fitted to 2CVs in 1981. So I'm just a little unsure as to the exact lineage of everything involved. Or maybe the person who built it actually wanted them. I don't know, but here's the remote control gear lever, so we'll have to suss that out. I think the battery is probably going to be past its best. But yeah, I guess the big question is, does it actually turn? And if it does turn, how much? Oh, I can actually feel compression. It feels like we're in gear.
So we've been pushing it in gear, have we?
I don't think so. I think it's just I'm pushing on the fan so hard it's moving the whole car. That definitely looks like neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pushing on the fan so hard. So looks like we should be able to get a full rotation on it. I'll get a ratchet and we'll give it a go. Or maybe we'll pop the spark plugs out and be kind to it. Put a bit of oil in the bores first. And then we get to play how we're going to make the ignition work. In theory, as long as we can get a 12 volt feed to the coil, we should have enough ignition to make it run. And then we can also bridge the connections on the starter motor. But the carburetor is the biggest unknown. Is it free? It is not free. So the carburetor spindle is seized. Maybe an idea, get the plugs out and we'll spray a bit of penetrating oil in various places to try and improve things. See if we can get the spark plug out. Oh, that's tight. This spark plug, don't like it when they're tight. Oh, there we go. Didn't need too much force. So yeah, the bodywork gets slightly in the way. Although, I wonder if we can... Might be an idea to get that off. Let's see how we go. There we go. Oh, that's a spark plug that has had a life. It looks a little rich, so we might try and clean that up because we haven't actually got any plugs. It's got the correct NGK B6 HS. Some like to run 7s. Let's see if we can get the other one out. Oh yeah, that's nicer. And similar story. A plug that has definitely done some miles. Some of them quite rich apparently. So we'll give them a clean up and see how we're doing. Alright, so squirt some of that in there. Squirt some on this throttle spindle. My speech is not working today. Throttle spindle. In the hope we may free that up. But that feels quite rusty. No, just bit in there, why not? And in there. And then we'll try again with turning it. Let's try the other side. Elton's just cleaning up the spark plugs. But yeah, it's a nice free engine. We're going to go all the way around. Yes. So that is good. Carburetor, not so much. A lot of cobwebs in here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to want to move. We'll try some gentle persuasion. We need a percussive device. Fuel hose, remarkably, looks sound. Let's see if it's actually got any oil in it. Oh yeah, slightly overfull on the engine oil. So we've definitely got something in there. That's good to know. Right, while Elton is gapping spark plugs, I've been going through the considerable history that has come with this vehicle and I've made some interesting discoveries. I have found the donor vehicle details. It was a 1980 2CV-6 with about 63,000 miles on it. So that explains the drum brakes. Drum brakes were phased out in 1981 and it was converted in 1985. So post office bred, well, it may have been once. Get the teacup with aluminium alloy sides, and it was converted December 1985, which is why people think it's a 1985 car. So this basically describes to the person who bought it what the car was like. It was built by Peter Bird himself, by the look of it. There we go, Peter S. Bird. and he was the man behind Falcon Design. But we've got so much here. There's how to build the car as well, and let me jump to something else. So this is from the actual documentation of the car. That is the metamorphosis of the Caterpillar 2CV turning into a beautiful Falcon butterfly. What do you reckon, folks? Beautiful butterfly? So it had an engine build, by the look of it, by Lawrence Broadhurst, who I do actually know. I did some 2CV racing. Well, I did pit crew with Lawrence some years ago. I've actually known him quite a long time. So it looks like there's been some sort of build done on the engine. I don't know what the spec actually is. It's a bit unclear. But that's certainly very, very interesting. I don't know why there's a car transporter price list in there. But yeah, here's the Falcon design. This is all the information. So there's the four-wheeler and the three-wheeler. Very interesting. Something else I found in the paperwork is this help booklet. It's something the 2CV club that I joined in 1996 put out, and I can't take you through it because what it does is it lists the addresses and names of people in the club who are happy to help if you have problems with your 2CV. They will literally carry you to your destination, it seems. But yeah, so many names of people I still know, including Will's dad, who has got Ellie the 2CV at the moment. So that's a lovely thing. How to fix your window. Brilliant. Then look, the original order form for Falcon Design. Some lovely things. Falcon News and the Citroen Specials Club. Citroen Specials Club is still going. They had a stand at the NEC in November. So that's very, very good. Yeah. But all the MOTs kind of end with this one in 2002. It doesn't seem to have been on the road after that point. So it's never had a digital MOT. Just found the original sales brochure. Got briefly excited, but no, that is a different car. Different rear lights and number plate. But it's explaining why you should live with a Falcon S. So reliability unquestionable. And comfortable Citroen renown complete with heater. So even the drum brakes are over-specified, it says. Fascinating. Just £325 back in the mid-80s. We're still trying to get the carburetor to free off at the moment. We've got the main spindle through here is seized, and I think the accelerator pump is also seized as well. Or it may be possible to pop the linkage off, so at least we haven't got to worry about that. Is it worth trying to slacken off the spindle and see if we can tap it out? Let's see if we can lever on that. Oh, hello. No, it can't be that simple, surely. Yeah. There we go. Apparently it can be that simple. We have a functioning throttle. That's another piece of the puzzle. Now we could try and just hotwire direct to the coil. That should work, but it would be easier if we had some form of control inside the car. We've got the throttle working now. It's still a bit stiff, but we'll keep lubing it up and hopefully it will actually start returning properly. I'm looking at the wires here. So power comes from the battery to this point here. This blue wire then goes off to be your ignition, so that'll go to the ignition switch, and this is actually a white and red wire is what triggers the starter motor. So if we head into the footwell, we can see in this mess down here that we've got a couple of blues, but that one is a thicker gauge, so I think that's probably ignition in, and maybe that's 12 volt back out again, and that looks like that's going to be our starter trigger. So I think we need to make a few little connectors, and we can see whether we can encourage anything to actually work. There's the brake pedal. I've not touched the brake pedal yet. This indicator stalk is very much in the way. I think we need to see if we can get that off. It's actually broken, which is why it's flapping around. So yeah, maybe we'll see if we can get that off. Right, let's see if I'm right. Will this make the starter whir into action? In theory, if I just touch this to this, my theory is incorrect. Maybe it's the other blue. Oh, this is scary. Nothing doing. Okay, not going to be that simple. Might have to get a probe out and do some probing. Yeah, perhaps unsurprisingly, we're getting no power from the terminal to the clamp, so we'll clean those up because they are mucky.
There.
Okay.
So we need to see if we get it.
Yeah, see if we get any power down at the starter.
Pull it down wherever you want.
I'll go back at starter first because that's.
Where can I get a good? What's the positive there? That one.
Yeah, anywhere on the
Is
starter body.
Is that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Power there.
We got power.
Full power.
Oh, 12.7 was that. Okay, well maybe I'll try my wired experiments again. Okay, then let's try some bravery again. This will either work or it won't. Which one's the chunkier wire? I'm going to say that one. And fingers crossed. Oh, it tried. It sounds a bit stuck. Yeah, so we can activate the starter, but the starter sounds a little in need of a love tap. Sounds like the solenoid is a bit stuck. So we've still got the plugs out, so we're minimising the load on the starter. Yeah, it doesn't want to go, does it? Yeah, we might need a bigger hammer. This is getting serious now.
I borrowed this one from Thor.
Ho ho! If in doubt, give it a clout. If you do ever get the starter motor off, it's not the worst job in the world. Yeah, that's not going to play ball. Okay, in that case, I'm going to try something else and see if we can get the ignition live. I think that is literally just going into there. Didn't spark. Taking that as a good sign. So, have we got 12 volts at the coil? No. I think maybe we need to try and trace that wire back. Right, playing dangerous games. We've got the starter off the car, but if we bridge these gaps here, doesn't it? It just feels very dangerous. Oh, yeah. So it's popping out. So the solenoid is doing its thing.
Yeah.
But the.
But it's weird because it will turn one way.
Yeah. Is it worth trying to get a squirt of penetrating oil in there when it's poking out? It's probably stuck in here because this body is quite rusty, but you know, let's try what we can.
Oh, let's give that a few minutes then.
Right, we are randomly taking things apart and seeing what we find. Crusty nastiness.
It is just sort of grease or something.
Yeah. That can't have been helping.
No.
I don't know how freely it's meant to turn when it hasn't got power. But look at all that.
I don't want to start undoing all this because I don't know what I'm doing.
No, likewise. But
it does look fairly simple.
Definitely doesn't want to turn though. So we seem to have had some progress in that it does seem to be actually turning now. So let's hook up the sparky sparks and see where we're at. Right, will this work? Oh, look at that. Job is a good one. Brilliant. We have a functioning starter motor. Right, here we go again. In theory, this should be engine firing, or engine spinning rather. Let's remind myself which is the power. I think it's that one. That's the starter lead. Nothing. Okay, maybe it's the other blue lead. Nothing. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, let's give it a check. Oh, the anticipation now. Yeah, we got nothing on the battery terminals again. Oh no, that's on the terminals. Maybe.
Wiggling a whack.
We haven't put that one on very tight. It'd be helpful if it went on the other way, but it won't, I don't think. That might be it. There's 2 wires to attach.
If he edits that bit out, I'll tell you it works.
No! It turns out I have not got this. Yeah. Let's put that boot back over to cover it up for safety. Take 2.
We got the battery back on here.
Oh yeah. Oh, getting too excited now. Right. I think that is our in. I think this is our starter. Aha! Huzzah! That is pleasing. That sounds really good. Excellent. What a recovery. Next stage, I think, is going to be ignition. Right, excitingly, we're at the stage we're going to see if we've got any spark when we start it over. So I've got the coil is hot wired directly to the battery. So if I insert that in there and that in there, that's the wrong blue. It's annoying that they're both blue. Here we go. Nothing.
I can't see a spark.
Oh no. Well, it's sad news. We've swapped the coil and the HT leads. No improvement. So very likely the points are furred up. Maybe the condenser's failed, which means we've got to get the fan off. The fan is here, held in by a 14mm bolt. So we've got to get that out, and then we've got to knock the fan off its taper to gain access. All made more difficult by the fact the bonnet's here. But we can just about get in, hopefully. Right, let's see if we can get this bolt out. This is rather tight.
Have you had your Weetabix?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That feels like progress. Marvellous. I just forgot it was a ratchet, or isn't a ratchet rather. Add that to the growing collection of tools up there. Okay, you're good with the pry bar now.
Is that completely free already?
Yeah.
Mr. Muscles.
I'll get the bolt out, it's the easy bit.
Oh.
I'll say that, the bolt is undone and doesn't want to quite play. We're going to do a separate video on what UK Barnfinds actually does, just in case the name isn't clear enough. But enormous on Facebook and doing quite nicely on the old YouTubes as well, and that TikTok place. So old car stuff. If you like old car stuff, do check them out. Come on, bolt. Yeah, so the bolt's got stuck in the starter dog on the fan, and that means you can't get a drift in to knock the fan off the taper, and I think it's going to take some knocking. I think it's probably been there a while. Right, well, we'll spare your ears, but with the extension bar in there and a few love taps with the hammer, we've got to the stage the fan he says, will come off. So there we go. Oh, it's rusty in there. And yeah, we're running on standard points, I can see. Looks like we haven't actually got the rubber protector mat there, which won't have helped with water ingress. That's the point box, that's the condenser. So we'll open up the points box, have a look at the points. Turn the ignition on, i.e. reconnect the battery. So here we are, into the points. Access is horrendous with this bonnet in the way. You should hear a snap as the points open up. We're not getting that, but if I short circuit rather, you see that? That is proof we are getting power to the points box, but what we're not getting is the contact breaker going on. So we'll clean up the points and see if that fixes things. I think we may be getting somewhere. Open the points now. It's not a very clean spark though. But you can definitely hear something going on in there. We just noticed a weird thing happening, so we're going to try and film it for you. Yep, oh look at that. The rev counter is trying to count revs. How quick can you do it? Oh, we almost did 2,000 then. Wow, so we got some electricity going on. Let's see if that's translating into spark. Let's try it. Yeah. Oh, no, I just saw it. Yes. Yeah, we have got spark. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but yes, we got spark plug. Woohoo! I guess we can move on to fuel. So, exciting phase. We're connecting fuel up. So we've got a bit of a gravity feed going on. So we're not using the mechanical pump. We're not trying to drag whatever nastiness is in the tank. Quite how clean this carburetor is going to be inside remains to be seen a bit. In fact, have you got a vacuum? I can see cobwebs in there.
We do have a vacuum.
We may have to try and suck some of that out before we get too carried away. So we do actually now have a starter switch. We don't have an ignition switch, but we're just live. The blue wire is just going straight to the battery, straight to the coil. That'll work. So we're using Will's borrowed coil and HT leads at the moment. We're not going to refit the fan initially because there is so much detritus in there. We'll get some of that vacuumed out anyway. I'm going to leave the points off for the time being. We're just going to try it and see where we go. Just make sure we've got wires that aren't resting places we really don't want them resting, but I think we're all right really. So, oh, it's Edward. We're employing Edward to clean things up, and then we'll have a go.
Haven't got that much petrol.
Okay then, so we got.
It's not on at the moment.
Okay, we got that. Should we go for it?
Battery's not on.
Yeah, we'll connect the battery up. So that's turning our ignition on. We now have ignition live. Fuel.
I can switch on.
Okay, let's go for it.
How do we switch off in a hurry?
Just pull that wire off there, the blue wire.
All that off there.
Yeah, either will do. We haven't got the alternator connected up, so we're not going to hurt anything. Okay, are we ready? We're cranking. I'll tell you what, I'll tell us if we operate the throttle, do we see squirt?
I've not seen anything coming through.
No, not yet.
So what, could there be a blockage in here?
Could be a blockage, or the needle valve could be stuck, so it might be worth a gentle percussion. Where have all the percussion instruments gone? There's some percussion. This little tap, tap, tap.
Which one are we doing? This one?
No, the bottom one.
Bottom one.
There's nothing spraying yet, is there?
It feels 100% on.
You just need to try and encourage some in.
Go higher.
This is the oldest pipe. This is like plastic almost. I probably should set some choke. Oh. There we go. Try again. The battery was sounding a little tired, but hopefully once the oil gets circulating, it'll speed up a bit. Right, contact. Might need the jump pack, I think. Right, just having a look down here, you can see dampness at the base of the carburettor, so that suggests that the float bowls are full, and when they're over full there's a tiny hole in the manifold by design which then leaks petrol out. Interesting feature, but that is entirely stock. So we're now on the Clark booster.
That I haven't used for years.
Yeah, let's see if this will increase that cranking speed a bit. Not sounding the most happy at the moment. Right, so we're back on plugs out. We've got we just put WD-40 into the barrels, and thankfully, when we crank it now, sounding happy. I've put my finger in the plug hole and felt compression both sides, so hopefully that's it. It's possible maybe we introduced too much fuel. If the needle's not shutting off, it would put too much in the cylinders. But let's get the plugs back in. We'll have another go. That would appear to be a Spitfire flying over. We're taking that as a good omen. So here we go. Let's try it. We've got the battery booster on again. Gosh, that Merlin V12 makes a lovely noise.
Fuel is off at the moment.
Okay.
Got it on.
Yeah.
Bit of easy start.
Yeah, give it a squirt. Just a little bit. Yep. Turning over nice now. But no dice.
That was a bit different at the end there.
It's chugging away. I think she is trying.
Just give that one more go, if you don't mind. We'll go a bit heavy on the easy start.
Oh, hello. She's trying. She's trying. Oh ho! Oh! So close, I really thought she'd gone then.
Should we just give that battery a sec? Well, that's alright.
I don't think it's drawing as much now she's getting closer.
That fired. I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
fire, wouldn't you?
That was definitely a fire. That was definitely something trying to happen. I'm trying to reach the throttle pedal, but the throttle pedal is all the way down here
It
somewhere.
was doing something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go again. Oh.
They're going to curse me.
My days. Oh, that sounded sweet.
Let me go under here, mate. You go up there and have a bit of...
Okay. Okay, you do start or I'll do throttle.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
Go. Okay, that would suggest easy start rather than petrol, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so we may not be getting petrol through.
Yeah, let's go one more time.
Yeah. Do you want a bit of easy start in there?
I'm going to go without initially. Okay, we're going to obviously.
Load her up.
Yep. Nothing else, it's cleaning the carburetor out. Okay. Whoa, hello moth, where did you just come from?
No, we did well there.
You bloody disturbed me, said the moth.
The wire came off your switch at the same time as it started.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're not getting fuel, are we?
No, let's try it a bit heavy on the easy start. Sometimes what you normally need to do is just keep a bit going in when it starts.
Yeah, it's quite tricky to do with filming. Let's put this in a tripod.
Starts, try again?
Let's go for one. You just loaded it up, didn't you?
I put some in there, mate. Yeah.
Oof. There goes my beard. I was just a bit too late coming in there.
Okay, you want to try again?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Go. Fair enough, you don't want any more of that. But that is a running 2CV Falcon kit car thing. Woohoo! Oh, now she's smoking. Brilliant. We need to try and work on our fuel delivery. It's obviously not delivering fuel. But the carburetor must be working because it's doing noise things. So we've just pulled this little filter out. It is actually passing fluid despite the fact it looks absolutely grim. But that is last filter before the fuel gets to the needle valve. I'm not 100% convinced needle valve is doing needle valve things, but we are where we are. Snug that up. We'll give it another go, I think. If we're still not getting anywhere, I'll take the lid off the carburetor, which is potentially dangerous if we destroy gaskets, but otherwise we make no progress at all. All right, here we go then.
Tell me when.
Go, go, go. Getting fuel through. Oh, I thought we were then.
What's that?
I thought we were getting fuel through there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that was no fuel.
Need to rearrange these wires a bit. That one is a bit too close to the exhaust for my liking.
We might not need this.
No, I think the old coil might well work.
Yeah.
But I just think while it's working, let's leave.
Right, yeah.
Let's not meddle. But I think I'm going to have to pop the top of the carb off. Have a look at the needle valve. Yeah, we're doing this properly, folks. We want it actually running on actual petrol. Is that still on?
Is what still on, mate?
The fuel?
That's off at the moment.
That's off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull the wire off the coil. Oh yeah, it's getting warm. So our ignition is disabled. Boy. I think we need a different kind of screwdriver. Have you got a screwdriver we can hit the end of safely? Success. So easy to just utterly mangle these. So a little bit of pressure. And there we go. Gets them moving without chewing the heads up. I wish I'd learned this when I was a younger boy. Basically what we're doing is manual impact driver. Oh, beautiful. Hammer over there. Oh, there's a little pot there. Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thread that through there. Oh, look at that. Oh, we got plenty of fuel in there. So fuel is getting in. We might need to clean these fuel bowls out though. Yeah, we got lots of fuel in there. We might need to try and get rid of that. And then I think we're going to have to try and just blow the jets out. Oh, anyone else having dentist flashbacks? Suction. Right, let's play with some jets. Okay then, we've had the top, oh, let's try on the air hose. Had the top off the carb, we've got the fuel trickling back in, and hopefully we will now get some going. We have got a fairly catastrophic oil leak going on, unfortunately, and that location, either it's the rocker cover under here, no, I don't believe it is, or it's the oil pressure switch, which is quite a problem. So we may get it running, but we may not get it running for very long. Oh, ow. Right, so choke needs to be set. Choke is set. Where's my magic spray?
Is the coil reconnected?
Yeah, coil's connected. We should be good to go. Go. No. Why no go?
Well, we can switch over to the original coil.
Baffling. How have we made it worse?
And when a coil gets hot, it doesn't like it.
Right, fuel back on. And hopefully we now got some sparky sparks.
Tell me when you're ready.
Go. Very nearly.
Yeah.
No easy start there. Okay, stop. So we're just a slight danger of flooding here. Okay, go. Exciting?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh.
Great, it's a bit of an easy start here.
Oh, she was almost there.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to go au naturel then.
Yeah, I know. First flick as well, wasn't
Yeah. Okay.
it? You feel me?
Yep. Doesn't feel like the carburettor's very happy.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't think she's running on petrol. Okay. Yeah, that's trying to run just on the accelerator pump. It's not sucking fuel through the carburetor. Ah. I feel we're not quite going to be going for a drive today. There's oil peeing out all over the floor. But yeah, something is not happy in here. Ah, there's another one through there. But now, of course, we've refilled the fuel bowls. Do you want to go for that again, or are we just asking for trouble given we're already pouring oil all over your floor?
Oh, I'll go for it, mate. I've got to clean up oil, I might as well clean up more oil.
Okay, bear with us, folks. All right, take 6,411,000. Let's see what we get. I'm going to set a bit of choke. Contact. Ooh. Contact. Still, oh, we haven't hooked up the fuel line. That'll do it.
We're experts.
Yeah.
Cut.
There we go.
Still don't think that's running on fuel.
No.
Ready?
Go. Not loving it, is she?
No. I would see, personally, if we can keep it running on easy start for a little while, so it can just start drawing, see if it'll draw some fuel through.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes. That's good.
That was me trying to suck crap out of the carburettor.
There's more oil coming out than fuel going in, but
Oh, great. Is it absolutely pouring out?
absolutely peeing out now. But that was running on fuel then, wasn't it?
It's only running on the accelerator pump.
Right.
So by whipping it open,
Yeah.
it's squirting fuel in.
Right.
Whether it'll run now I've done the hand slap, I don't know.
Give it a go.
So, yeah, can try it. All we can do.
And just keep it on.
And then, yeah, I think we may be done because of the amount of oil coming out.
Tell me when you're ready.
Contact. Idling. Oh, I think that's going to be engine off time now. That is not good. So she's up and running. She's sounding sweet, but unfortunately for you, car, that is the end of running. That sounds so sweet.
Beautiful. Exhaust is solid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. Wow. Well, by Jove, we got her to run. I wasn't convinced at one point today, and I thought it was soon going to blow all of its engine oil out, but it has created a merry puddle on the floor, but it does run.
Absolutely, and it runs really nicely.
It runs really sweet. It's a bit quieter than normal because we haven't got the fan on. You don't need the fan just for a few minutes of running. But yeah, we've gone through the ignition, we've got the starter working, that was all seized up. I've got the carburettor sort of working. It is now idling, but I'm not convinced the first choke is working all that well, but nonetheless, success. I'm calling it success.
Absolutely. It's been so lovely having you down here and watching you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. It may seem ridiculous to travel this far to try and get a car like this going, but it's been a lot of fun.
It is ridiculous, mate. It doesn't just seem it. Yeah,
very much.
And the world needs more ridiculous
Exactly.
people.
Ridiculous things are good fun. I'm sad we didn't get the wipers going, but you know, we decided to focus on the engine. Yeah, this could be a fun little project for someone down the road. Needs properly going through. There is a lot to do, but at least we know the engine turns, the engine runs. The underside, the chassis may need replacement, but replacement 2CV chassis aren't hard to find. And at least the body hasn't rusted away for once. But yeah, very, very interesting. So huge thanks for allowing me to come down.
Thank you, Ian. Honestly, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can head to UK Barnfinds to find out more about what they're up to, especially on their Facebook. And yeah, you can head to our HubNut store if you'd like to support what we do. Would you like to see more crazy adventures like this? If you do, let us know down in the comments. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye. Falcon. Yeah.
It's going to run out of oil before it runs out of petrol.
So we're just giving it another run with a fan on this time, so it's blowing all the crud out. But you'll notice we haven't actually got any petrol connected up. It's just running on the float bowls at the moment. Alternator sounds a little interesting. Oh, there we go, that's done the job. End.